Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, what was that Joe Biden was talking about civility, and he would always make fun of Trump? Boy, I tell you right now, Joe Biden has got more issues than a newspaper stand, as the old cliche goes. Joe Biden called Texas and Mississippi reopening in the pandemic. He called them Neanderthals. That's what he called them. By the way, if you didn't know this, a Neanderthal is part of the non-Homo sapiens that died out, and we allegedly survived. They were considered stupid. Just so you know what a Neanderthal is. That's what he's called them. Calling them Neanderthals. Our president. Just think if Donald Trump called a governor a Neanderthal. Oh my God, he's so mean. He's so mean. He's so mean. Migrants coming up to the border are apparently to lobby Joe Biden, are apparently wearing Biden t-shirts. I don't know where they get them, who passes them out, but they're wearing Biden. Do you see how this works? Obama and Biden, they want to be president of the world. You can't make it up. They're wearing Biden t-shirts. Staying on this issue, allegedly, I think it was reported as fact, so I shouldn't even use the word allegedly, 108 illegal immigrants were released into our population who tested positive for COVID. How is it that illegals with COVID get treated loosely and there's a different standard, a less of a standard than American citizens? It's bizarre. It's incredulous. I mean, I got to stop using the words, you can't make this up. I use it too often, but it just applies. I mean, how does this happen? Nobody cares? Mexican cartels apparently are stronger than ever. Does that shock you? Can you imagine how the Mexican drug cartels start licking their chops when Joe Biden, defund the police Biden, open the border Biden, let everybody in Biden is elected president? I bet you they threw parties and celebrations. I'll bet you they did. Pentagon extremism hunt. Based upon the standard of their search for extremism. How do they do this? Do they go into platoons? Do they go on Navy ships and interrogate them? Allegedly, the standard that they have would mean that if you are a conservative soldier or a pro-life soldier, you might be in danger. It's amazing. Amazing. That is the problem in our military. Who believes that that's the problem in our military? Biden was cut off yesterday. As soon as he said he would be ready to take questions, they cut his virtual phone call off. Get out of here. No. It proves he's a puppet. They wind him up every day. Hey, Joe, you're going to do this. You're going to do that. Oh, okay. I mean, they cut him off. MSNBC's Joy Reid. Is there a more racist person in America? She says that the governors in these red states only like black people when they get their butts to the factories. That's the kind of comments that come from them. But see, they know they can say anything and everything because they're going to get away with it. Nobody's going to call them on it, except me. Senator Ron Johnson, you know Don Johnson, Nancy Pelosi's Don Johnson. He wants to tie up the $1.9 trillion, 91% has nothing to do with COVID bill. He wants to insist that the clerk read the entire bill to slow it down. I like that. Don't you wish they would have made him read the entire Obamacare bill? The omnibus bill? Don't you love the words, the omnibus? Elaine Chao, Mrs. McConnell. This is so big, I got to pull out a cheat sheet. The article. Elaine Chao, an Inspector General's report, 44 pages detailing wrongdoing. Chao had used her staff to make extensive arrangements in 2017 for the planned trip to China, which was canceled. The Chao family foremost group responsible 2019 for a large portion of orders of one of China's biggest state-funded shipyards. You don't think the Chinese are infiltrating America a little bit through Mitch and Elaine Chao? It goes on and on. You got to check this out. Staff members were used to work on the family business. By the way, in 2004, McConnell was worth $3 million. He's now worth $36 million. James Chao bragging about his daughter's government work and contacts. Blood is thicker than water. Unbelievable. Elaine Chao, 44-page inspector, and she resigned as soon as January 6th happened. She resigned. Trump was so good to McConnell and Chao, and that's how they're repaid. That's how he's repaid. Representative Lance Gordon of Texas. Now, they elected this guy. Allegedly, on this this George Floyd police bill, he's the only Republican that voted for it. He says he pressed the wrong button. Well, let's hope he's never president of the United States, right? He admits it. He pressed the wrong button. Come on, Congressman. That might cost him the election. Can you imagine what his opponent's going to do on that one? He pressed the wrong button. Cuomo, Governor Andrew Cuomo's apologized for his conduct relating to one of his accusers. And he's announced he is not going to resign. Well, they say that all the time until the floodgates just keep coming. Did you see the slow progression of this story? You know, no, I didn't do anything wrong, and he apologized. I mean, it's going. He'll resign. Alabama Senate bill, they passed the bill. You gotta love the way some of these conservative states do their business. They passed a bill that says you cannot do any transgender surgeries, any of that stuff on minors. So parents can't go along with it. Good for them. Michael Brown. Remember Michael Brown? He's the guy that set off the Black Lives Matter movement, St. Louis, attacked a police officer in the cruiser, through the window, shot and killed, hands up, all that stuff, launched the Black Lives Matter movement. Black Lives Matter apparently raised $90 million off of Michael Brown. Michael Brown's father is now saying, where's the money? I want my cut. I want $20 million. Oh, man. When money's involved, right? 150, this is a sad story. 150, how does this happen? 150 missing Tennessee children were recovered and saved. 150. My gosh. Isn't that amazing? 150 children. Thank God they saved them. But where did they get them? It's a head scratcher to me. Law enforcement communication. This is a big general. This isn't a story. This is just a general thought. Although it does come up with January 6th in the Capitol, where apparently there wasn't communication between the Pentagon and the FBI and Capitol Police. Don't you tire over and over and over again. It's government at its finest, where they talk about the need for communication. And after the fact of ordeal after ordeal, we find out the lack of communication. And they tell us we got systems in place for communication, interdepartmental communications, blah, 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 blah. And then there's never any communication. I mean, these departments are ran by a bunch of morons, as we like to say on this show. COVID, alcohol withdrawal, 34% increase. I don't understand this. They said alcohol withdrawal. Bottom line is, it's not very good for alcoholics. COVID has not been kind to them either. Can you imagine being an alcoholic? during COVID with all the added stress. The world's ending. Last but not least, on the COVID, if you didn't know this, and there was I saw this on a social media post, a lawyer, same age as me in Boone County, Greg McDowell, once worked for me. Married, got kids, passed away from COVID, and very sad. But I saw on a Facebook post that he had type A blood. I didn't know if you know this, or if you know your blood type. I have to admit, I don't know my blood type. I think it's O, but I don't know. That type A does not do well battling the COVID because the COVID disease latches onto it, unlike type O. So I'm just putting that out there. If you all saw that, great. If you didn't see it, I'm just letting you know. If you got type A, be extra careful. But Greg McDowell died. I mean, he was, to my knowledge, a healthy guy, same age as me. But he had type A, and it got him. So there you have it. That wraps it up for the Bulldog Report today. Every dog has their day. Have a great day. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the Bulldog Show and hit that bell so you'll be alerted when I do other videos. Last but not least, please comment below. I'd love to hear from you.